kindergarten students, elementary, middle, high, university, trainee teachers, business people. So yeah, I've worked at a university as well for a couple of years. So I was a visiting professor too. But at the moment, I'm a freelancer, so I basically work for myself, and I work in the areas that I find interesting, which is mostly with younger students. So on one hand, I teach younger elementary school students, and on the other hand, I teach business English. So for me, that's a good balance. Keeps everything interesting. I really enjoy working with younger kids because they're still fresh, they're curious, they're very malleable, so they learn very, very fast. Um, it's also interesting working with business people because I learn a lot about the different industries that they're in. And I am naturally curious, so I enjoy learning new things, which I also do from students. I learn a lot from my elementary school students and my business students. So basically, in the vein of the topic today, um, in South Africa, we've got I think 11 official languages as well. So South Africa is multicultural, definitely. But the main language that's used for education and business is English, and then we have 10 other languages that's to specific to different regions in South Africa. So basically, English as a global language of business and education, I would say that's a theme of my life because everybody in South Africa, they have their local area where they function, but then they also have to connect with the national government and international business. So that's basically the function of English is that connection. And the interesting thing that I've learned in Korea is uh, when you learn a language, it's not just about the language, it's about the culture as well. So when you're studying English, you're not just learning a language, you're also kind of adopting the culture behind the language. And sometimes that's good, and sometimes that's not good. For example, in Korea, the government is very careful of adopting English as a formal language exactly because they want to protect their own culture. So in Korea, there's this love-hate relationship between English and foreigners. So on one hand, foreigners are loved and welcomed into Korea, but on the other hand, there's always a barrier because Korea wants to maintain its own culture and identity as well. So it's a very interesting line to exist on in Korea because on the one hand you're treated kind of like a rock star, and on the other hand you're treated like a complete alien. So you're always between cultures in a sense. But I mean, the way that the world is at the moment, that's unfortunately where we have to walk the line. So you have to be grounded in your own culture and environment, but you have to be willing to step out and communicate with the bigger world as well. And that's the opportunity that English gives you. And another interesting development I've noticed is that in the past, English was tied to the British and American accents. But these days, internationally, there's so many accents that's acceptable. So now you've got Konglish, which is Korean English, right? You've got Chinglish, you've got Indian version of English. So it's fascinating when business people come together. And oh, I've actually met, yeah, I've met Koreans that speak with the Singaporean English accent, which is fascinating. I've met Koreans who speak with a New Zealand accent, Australian, South African, American, Canadian. So I found it fascinating to meet these tiny little Koreans, like elementary school kids who grew up in New Zealand, who speak English with a heavy New Zealand accent, right? So, but anyway, there seems to be an international movement where there's an understanding that English is now a global language, and there isn't an expectation that you need to speak with a specific um, accent to be understood. Actually, there's a movement towards a more general accent with a weaker regional accent. There seems to be a movement in that direction. So, yeah, I find that fascinating, a fascinating effect.
Yeah.
All
Thank you,
right.
Miss Andre. So,
Yep.
I, to lead the conversation, I think, do you think it's, yeah, so do you think it's important to master only one specific English? Because this question has always been asked by Indonesian students. Like, do they have to specifically learn American English or British English? What the general English that most you white people understand? So without looking at the different Englishes, what is the general English actually is in order for you to understand as a foreigner?
Mm. Actually, that's a very interesting question. Firstly, I'm a white African, so
Yeah.
I'm in a bit of an anomaly. I'm a white African with a British background, right?
Uh,
But yeah, that's an interesting question. And these days, it seems like it's easier for people from other cultures to communicate in English than it is for people from an English-speaking country to communicate with other cultures. So English is actually used more by other cultures than by the original speakers. So I would say that there is no you don't have to speak in an original English accent to be understood. And it's better not to speak in an original English accent because you'll be understood better that way. So these days, actually, I found out that people from England have to take special English classes to learn how to communicate internationally.
Does
Yeah,
does that yeah does that mean general vocabularies or removing their slangs or their jargons? Does that
yes,
mean that?
exactly. Because every region in the UK, for example, they have their own slang, their own jargon, their own
Yeah,
accent.
yeah,
So yes, it means like removing those region-specific idioms to speak a more generalized English. That's exactly what it means. Yes.
yeah. So you guys, this is for you to note that you don't have to stick to one specific English. Yeah. So to improve your English, don't just watch American movies, don't just watch British movies or Australian movies. Just take any movie that speak in English, right, Miss Andrea? Like Korean movies where the actors speak in English. Chinese Chinese movies that speak in English. Like Jackie Chan, he speaks good English, right? That's one way to learn global English. So we in
Yeah.
our school, in our university, in our curriculum, we have the course called um, we used to have world Englishes. We used to
Hmm.
have world Englishes where we introduce students with certain pronunciation or dialects of English from different countries, like African, Singaporean, or uh, any other countries. So after that, we also raise awareness to students that English is a lingua franca where you don't have to specifically know one slang or idioms which will not be used in real communication. That's right, Miss Andre.
Yes, absolutely. I think the most important point, because uh, the business people that I work with, for example, in the Korean industries that I teach, they have to deal with international speakers, right? And so they will deal with people from America, from India, all over the world. And the most important thing from both sides is the ability to listen to the other person and then to try to understand what that person is saying without any expectations. Because I find that's the biggest problem when you have two native speakers talking to each other, they have a common understanding of what the meaning is of something that they're saying. But when you have international English speakers talking to each other that come from completely different backgrounds, the most important thing is that you have to be willing to listen to the other person and learn exactly what they mean. because they come from a different background. They have different idioms, they have different ways of understanding language and culture. So what I find is that international speakers of English are better at listening to each other than native speakers are. So yeah, that's my experience.
Okay. So when you come to teach adults English, um, uh, what specific skills that you expect them to acquire or master? I mean, in terms of
Mm,
specifically speaking skill, or which level of vocabulary that they have to reach, or
yeah.
yeah,
That Okay, the background in Korea is that everybody learns English in school, from about elementary, third grade until high school, right? So everybody studies English here, which means their vocabulary is pretty good, their grammar is excellent, right? But their comprehension is not very good because they're not used to listening, right?
yeah,
And their spoken language is terrible because they never speak English to anybody. And so it's very interesting. Sometimes I meet doctors who study English, study medicine in English in university. So their vocabulary is excellent, their understanding is really good, but they still can't speak. So yeah, I would say to build up a good base. So I would say vocabulary and reading is the two best things you can do for comprehension. But when it comes to speaking, the only thing you can do is speak. So you have to
yeah,
find whoever is willing to speak to you in English and talk to them. That's the only thing you can do.
yeah.
There's
So
no other way to learn to speak other than by speaking. Yeah.
yeah,
I would.
are they allowed to make mistakes in speaking?
Oh yeah.
Al- Allowed to
Yeah,
what? Yeah, expected expected to, of course.
yeah. Coach Rush, you want to say something? Or you want to add?
I would say that the talking about the listening comprehension part, that the um those doctors and those professionals that have the language, they start to have assumptions. They start to have what they think the conversation is about, and then you ask a question, and because they're thinking in one direction, and then all of a sudden it goes into a very different direction. They think the topic is going to be what they associate those vocabulary words with, and and so then all of a sudden I find myself in conversations with other professors and other people where, oh, wait a minute, I think you mean this when I said that. And so the note that Andre mentioned about uh, non-native speakers listen very well usually, that um, if they don't have the language very very strong, then they really focus in on what the words are. But if they start to get more vocabulary or have lived overseas for a short time, then they hear a little bit of the conversation and then just kind of think that they know everything about what's going to happen in that conversation. And so then they stop asking questions, and then um, that's my experience, is that it's really helpful to ask more clarifying questions and to get good at asking better questions.
Yeah. In your maybe in your daily life, how can students, what expressions can students clarify questions which are natural in your ears? What?
You mean how do students ask for clarification?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Just simply saying, "Oh, excuse me, I don't understand. Can you repeat that, please?" Or paraphrasing, like, "Do you mean this?"
yeah.
So, yeah, that works fine.
That's natural. Yeah. Do you mean blah 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 blah?
Yes,
Okay.
that's right.
So I have asked my students here to prepare some sets of questions allowing them to build up their confidence in speaking with you.
Excellent. I'm very
Yeah.
curious about them actually.
Okay. So I'd like to call on the first asker, or who wants to raise a question. Yeah. Okay, guys, from TBE, please ask questions to Mr. Andre. It can be any question, yeah. Can be any question. Yeah. Maybe let me call on Rizka. Rizka, you had a question you told me, right? Rizka? Hello, Rizka. Are you there?
Ah,
Rizka? You can turn on your mic. Hello? Oh, it's not. She
oh,
doesn't seem to
her.
be serving.
Her.
Okay.
Oh, yes, we can hear
There you
you.
go. Okay, Rizka, go ahead. Yeah.
I want to ask some question.
Okay.
What skills should students develop to improve their skills, especially those majoring in English education at Indonesian university?
Ah, can I ask a counter question first?
Yeah,
Hmm?
please.
Sorry, so your name is Riska?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. So Riska, what are you studying? What is your major?
My major is English education.
Ah, okay. So you're studying to become a teacher, right?
Yes.
Ah, okay. And then when you're studying, uh, oh, the subject you're studying in Indonesian. N- you mean the class is in Indonesian, right?
Yes.
Okay. Which part of the class is in English? I mean, when do you have a chance to speak English?
Uh, I speak English.
Yeah. Like during the class, when do
Yeah.
you have a chance to speak English?
Not sometimes I speak by English, sometimes by Indonesian language.
Ah, okay.
They they
So,
they,
mm,
they do have the course called Basic Spoken English in the first semester.
mm,
So
Okay,
this guy's in
perfect.
the first semester. They do have
oh,
the course.
so that's specifically a conversation course?
We have Ma'am Elmiwati who's teaching that. Ma'am Elmiwati, you want to say something, Ma'am Elmi? The lecturer who teaches that.
Oh,
Ma'am Elmi? Ma'am Elmi?
Yeah.
Are you
Ma'am
there?
Elmi.
She's not with us. Okay, Rizka, you
ah,
want to respond to Sandra?
okay. So what I would suggest is that because one of the things I find useful is sometimes when I'm on the student side, so usually I'm on the teacher side, right? But
Hmm?
when the class is flipped, when I'm on the student side, to me, that's really interesting because it's a completely different dynamic. So I would suggest that when you do the class, that you teach as if you're teaching your students, but you take turns. So one day you're the teacher and the other day you're the student, because that language that you use in the mock situation is exactly the language you will use in the class, right? So I would suggest that with the people that you are, you just use English in the environment that you are. Instead of learning English, just use it for whatever you want to, for the purpose that you're busy with. Right. Because on the one hand, you have studying English, which means reading comprehension, vocabulary, but at the end of the day, most of that you're not going to use, right? So I would say focus on the language you're actually going to use in the class and practice that in a practical sense when you're learning with other students. That would be my suggestion. Yeah.
So, perbanyak praktek dengan teman-teman sekelas. Yeah. So, Mr. Andre pointed out I think that was the speaking skill part, right, Mr. Andre?
Yes.
So yeah, since English is the language, Mr.
I'd say,
Coach,
but that's also listening. Because you're in the
Nadine, turn off the Nadine. Can you mic
speaking and listening. Hey,
speaking and
Nadine.
sorry, was it? Yeah, speaking and listening. Those are the two most important skills to acquire in a language, right? Okay. Another representative from semester 3. Anyone from semester 3? Hello. Hello.
Maybe everybody's really shy.
Yeah, from third semester. Anyone?
Sir, maybe I have question for Mr. Andre, please.
Okay. Who is that? Who is that speaking?
Dania, sir.
Dania. Okay. Can you turn on your camera, Dania?
Tania?
Okay.
Dania is a teacher apprentice at the school.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Andre.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Okay. So, Mr. Andre, I will give you a question about method teaching in English class.
Okay.
So actually, I am a student and I am a teacher. Okay, this question is some class. So after start until the finish class, I will use English speak, but many students have the anxiety speaking in English. So how we can apa ya namanya? Uh,
Build up the
how we say? How we can
motivate them.
You mean like how to make them feel more comfortable and
yes,
more confident?
yes, how I can make my all students for can speak English, because I think speak English is so important for this era. Thank you.
Hmm. Oh, well, you have exactly the same problem I do.
Yes. So
And
many students have anxiety speaking in this school.
yes, yeah, that I have the same problem with my elementary school students and adult students. They're anxious, they're afraid of making mistakes because they're afraid that the other people are gonna say, "Hey, you're wrong," which does happen, to be fair. But yes, teacher in that situation, and it takes time. It's not a there's no easy fix. It takes time to create an environment in your class where the students feel comfortable making mistakes, because that's you cannot learn English without making mistakes. So the students have to accept that they are going to make a mistake and that the other students are going to make a mistake too, and that's okay. That's fine. And then the other thing is just use the language on the level that you can. So if you can only use one word, you just use one word, right? If you can use three words, you use three words. But the point is that it has to continue over time. So it will take time for people to get comfortable, but in the beginning, you just use what you have. That's it. There's no expectations. You don't have to be perfect. Just use what you have, and the more you use it, the more comfortable you become, and the better you'll find that you can do it. That's the only thing you can really do. Because as a teacher, you can teach until you're blue in the face, but at the end of the day, the students have to use the language. That's it. So you have to create an environment where people feel more comfortable doing it. And that takes time. It does.
But how you can handle it if your students say like this, Miss, English so hard, rather than Arabic language. How you can handle it?
That's okay. You say, yes, you're right. English is hard. That's fine. That, but you have to struggle through that before it becomes easier. So there's nothing you can do about that. You just have to keep doing it even though it's hard. Yeah. There's no easy fix. Co-
Okay. Thank you,
yeah.
Mr. Andre.
So in Korea they say fighting. It means keep going. Don't give up.
Fighting.
Yeah.
I would also suggest as a activity when there's a chance or a reason for a student to give an answer that might be their personal answer, then if they are in pairs, have them speak for the other person next to them. So now I'm giving the answers to my partner's answers. So then we have to talk about what's going to be said, and maybe they have a bit more vocabulary than I do, and now we can practice that. But for example, at the start of today's Zoom, maybe I introduce Andre and I said, oh, Andre here has been a teacher in South Korea for quarter of a century but I would say his answers for him. And now I'm not thinking about me and my answers. I'm just trying to be a reporter and give somebody else's answers. And that sometimes helps to reduce and make my stress a little bit less.
I see.
Yeah,
So
that's a good technique.
repeating what other people said. Yeah. Yeah.
Because then they
Repetition.
practice it. I would listen to what you would say for your introduction, but now I get to practice, and it's not me feeling overwhelmed with my words.
Yeah. Yeah, Dania, you can do that, Dania. So you can ask your students maybe to tell about themselves, and then ask another student to tell what their friends just said, gitu kan? Jadi ganti-gantian. Jadi satu siswa disuruh ngomong, nanti siswa lain melaporkan apa yang baru disebutkan siswa yang tadi, gitu. Jadi biar nggak terlalu stres sama vocabulary, gitu. Salah satu teknik, another technique. Okay, let's welcome another asker. Hello, everyone. Yang ada lagi? Please raise another question. We have 35 more minutes to end the session. We only have 1 hour, guys. So please use this time to speak to our two beloved source speakers all the way from Korea. Come on, guys. Yang lain silakan. Azman, do you have any question, Azman?
Sir, I want to ask again.
Okay, Rizka, go ahead.
Uh, Sir Andre, how we improve our language? May I study about vocabulary first or about pronunciation first? Like
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a very tricky question.
Vocabulary and pronunciation. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to tell you personally, I am not a big fan of studying vocabulary. I know it's important, but I find that when you read a story, in the story, the vocabulary has a better chance of sticking than just by studying vocabulary. So I believe in the meaning in context. So reading is really important, but reading for understanding. So if you just study vocabulary, that's a good way of reinforcing understanding, right? But at the end of the day, what you want is you want to understand meaning. So for there to be meaning, you have to read something because you want to understand it, right?
Yeah.
So the best way of building vocabulary is to read a lot. But I know a lot of people don't like reading. That's true. My students too. But that's the
I
only.
like hearing songs, singing songs.
Oh, that's excellent. Yes, that's a great way of learning. That's a great way of learning vocabulary. That's a great way of improving your listening as well. So yes, songs is excellent. That's how we teach little kids. That's how little kids learn through songs and rhymes and repetition. So yes,
Oh,
that's excellent. That's a really, really good way. And most people enjoy listening to songs more than they enjoy reading. But
uh,
at the end
thank
of the day, you have to read to improve your vocabulary and comprehension. Yeah.
you. Okay.
Yeah,
Perfect,
and it doesn't,
sir.
you're welcome. You're welcome. And it doesn't have to be complicated. It can be a simple story or a simple book or something you're interested in. So songs is great for that. Yeah.
Coach
Yes,
Rush,
sir.
do you want to add? It's away.
Uh,
Okay. Yeah. Do what you love. I think, right, Miss Andre? Do what you love.
yes,
If you love
absolutely.
listening to songs, do it and take out some vocabularies, memorize it, use it, right?
Yes,
Just it.
absolutely. You've got it. Taufik, can I ask you, how did your English get so good? Your English is really good.
Mine, I'm a lecturer.
Oh, that's the secret? Lecture,
Huh?
lecture, you get good?
And in addition to that, I also do part-time translation. So I have to really learn on a weekly basis, add on some vocabularies and listening to. Sometimes I get jobs of interpretation, and I feel so intimidated when it comes to not knowing certain vocabularies or terms. So that what keeps me, going.
Yeah. I know I know what you mean. Like one of my adult students, he's in the uh art area. So
Yeah,
we study art articles. And
yeah,
some of the words they use, I don't even understand. So I always have a
yeah,
dictionary open on the one end in case he asks me something I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah, so it's a continuous process. It never
yeah.
stops. Yeah.
True. Yeah, yeah. So as a lecturer, we also are required to read articles, research articles, and that helps adding more
Yeah.
vocabularies. Yeah. So reading, yeah, reading related to profession. Okay. Let's welcome another asker from other. Maybe our lecturers. We have Miss Yulia and Ma'am Elmiwati here. You like, since you both are teaching the first semesters in the course of speaking and I think vocabulary or grammar. Miss Yulia, anything? Any question, Miss Yulia?
I
Still
I have a question for Miss Julia.
okay, go ahead.
I don't know if she's here at the moment, but when she comes, I definitely have some questions.
Yeah. Okay. I haven't heard the representative from semester 7. Oh, already. Dania was representing. Maybe from semester 3 or semester 5. Rini, you also have questions in the class. We're not here. Rini, are you with us? Or Fatih? Fatih, hello. Okay, while waiting for their questions, they might be preparing some. Uh, so in Riau Islands province, Mr. Andre, where we are right now,
Mm-hmm.
we are surrounded by opportunities and potentials. Yeah, because just 1 hour and a half away from Singapore, we could go there, seeking some chances or careers, but uh, language is one of the problems for many people, right? Um, do you have any tips of networking, or maybe in your whole career, is there any uh, tips of how to get connected to people that we don't know and build up some networkings in order to maybe some of my students don't feel like teaching upon graduation.
Mhm.
They might want to work in other industries, which they've never heard of before.
Mm. I would say join an organization. Like, I mean, that's the reason I joined KOTESOL is for networking.
Yeah,
Absolutely. So join an organization that you're interested in so you can
yeah,
meet other people that's interested in the same thing.
yeah,
So yeah, networking is really important, but it's not just about doing business. It's about learning what is out there. Because most of the time we just don't know what opportunities there are because we don't
yeah,
have contact with it.
yeah,
So the more the networks, the bigger the network you belong to, the more information you get
yeah,
about what is possible as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Um. Oh, there seems to be no question from the student, or they might be a bit
Oh.
shy asking. Uh.
Ah,
Okay, Asman, there you go.
Asman is not shy.
Asman, go ahead.
Uh,
Can you turn on your camera, Asman?
maybe he froze.
Are you doing okay with your connection? Oh, not doing okay.
Yeah, he seems to.
Seems to
Um,
freeze. Hello? Chat room monitor. You can ask question. Okay, if your mic doesn't work, you can type in your question in the chat box. So
oh,
we have Coach Russ there, willing to help you out.
nice. Ask
So
through
yeah,
Coach Rush.
yeah, through Coach Rush. There.
I'll do my best. Saya coba bilang bahasa Inggris dengan with bahasa Indonesia accent.
Okay. Yeah.
Hmm.
So
So
yeah. Yeah.
I I I have a question that at the moment you said it's almost vacation time, right? So what do the students do during the vacation?
Um, they're supposed to wait for another term, which might take about 3 weeks. And some of them work, some of them just, play games at home or in their rent house while waiting for. So there's not much activity during the holiday.
Mm.
Actually, next week is their final term. So this week is what do you call the the week where they need to stabilize their thinking and thoughts.
Do you mean they are studying at the moment? They have to
Uh,
study right now?
no, no, this is the week where they are take days off.
Mm. Ah, okay. Well, what about Riska?
Yeah, Riska is also a teacher at a local boarding school.
Oh, yeah, Riska, what do you do during your vacation?
May I teach my student?
Oh, wait, what age group? How old are your students?
My student from elementary, secondary school and high school.
Ah, so you're a trainee teacher?
Yes.
So what do you teach them?
I not teach by language. I teach in variety lesson, Vicky lesson, and Imla that same with dictation.
Oh, do you like it?
Yeah, but I more like to teach. English education, but I haven't got it.
So you're not teaching what you want to teach yet.
Yes.
Oh, but you want to teach. You want to be a teacher.
Yeah. I want to teach English education, but I haven't gotten it.
Mm, okay. Can I ask why? What made you want to teach?
Why I want to teach?
Yes. Why do you want to teach?
Because after graduation, I must teach a new student. This a training for teaching like that. After I
Mm.
have graduated at high school.
Mm. But what made you become a teacher? Because being a teacher is a tough job, I have to tell you. Ask Mr. Afdal. But I find most people who want to teach because they love teaching and they love people. That's the usually. But so why do you want to do this to yourself?
I love teach, but I love to teach English education like that.
Oh, specifically.
Mm.
Oh, okay. All right. So I'm ah so what is the education program in Indonesia like? When do the students start learning English?
Grammar.
Ah,
Uh,
they
they
s- they
start
s-
they start learning English since from elementary school,
Yeah.
the elementary school
oh.
up to senior high school.
Secondary school and high school.
Yeah.
What age is that? Because here in Korea they officially start. Yeah.
With that, so it's interesting. Just now, Rika, you said secondary school,
Yeah.
but that's in many Western countries that will be referred to as middle school or junior high school. And
Oh, that's good.
some of the Andre's going to ask a question about age, but that's where some of the difference of just even saying school, elementary, primary school, middle school,
And
secondary school. But I'll let Andre continue. But I just wanted to share that little bit of difference can all of a sudden, whoa, we're going in very different directions.
grow, grow up.
Yeah. So what age do the kids start learning English in Indonesia? How
Mm.
old are they when they start?
When how to start?
And help. They start learning English since 10 or 12. So
Oh.
yeah, in the past 5 years during the previous president's term, English subject was removed from the school. But now, way before that, English was taught at primary school. But now they got back to that policy and they try to incorporate English again into primary school curriculum, and that's
Mm.
supposed to be taught at the fourth grade, which means that might be at the age of 10 or 11 or 12, fourth grade,
Mm.
all the way to high school.
Yeah, that's the same problem in Korea. They keep changing the age when the kids officially start learning English in Korea as well.
Yeah, referring to Coach Rush's questions, elementary English is around vocabulary, teaching like simple words in their surroundings,
Mm.
and doing uh, s- uh, the technical is total physical response, or TPR, where
Mm.
they learn some instructions like jumping or sitting or walking or running, and then shutting the door and all those simple vocabularies. So at that
Yeah.
stage, simple vocabularies are taught, and then going up in the junior high school, they learn text, narrative text, but not so difficult one. And then moving forward to the senior high school, they're going to learn other text.
Mm.
Ah, there you go. Mrs. Julia is our lecturer commenting on that. Mrs. Julia.
Oh.
Miss Julia, want to say something? Want to comment on that? Miss Julia, welcome us. Oh. Miss Julia is also Miss also she's also teaching at a local English course, teaching kids, right? Miss Julia, you want to add on that view?
Okay, hello, Mr. Andre.
Good morning.
Good morning. Actually, I'm not really good right now because I'm sick.
Oh no.
Get some cough.
Ah, so you're a teacher in the school system?
Yeah, in the English course in this city. It's been
Oh.
like many years.
Ah, so you are where Riska wants to be
Yeah,
eventually.
yeah.
So are you a lecturer at the college as well, or
Yeah, I'm a new lecturer in this college, just for one semester.
I see, I see. But so before you were teaching in
Uh,
the school system?
yeah. In the English course.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in the Indonesian school system, is English part of the curriculum or is it extra?
It's extra. I mean, they learn how to speak in English, start from the elementary level until advanced
Mm.
levels. So if they want to improve their speaking skills or another skills in English, they come to the course, not to the school. To the school, they learn about how to learn about understanding the text or how to express something or like that. Only that.
So you're teaching kind of like at an academy, and it's not part of the school system. It's next to
Yeah,
the school system.
yeah. We start from the basic, from the elementary level. We start from ABC first, how to pronounce the consonant, or maybe the what kind of the noun like that. That's the basic level first.
Okay. So I think we have a similar system in Korea where we have the school system and then we have the private academies.
I see.
So I've been working mostly at private academies, not actually in the school system.
Private academics. Ah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So you have a similar system in Indonesia.
yeah.
Oh, very interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
but only a few students can afford to go to that language academy. It's not a mandatory program. It's their own willingness to take
Mm,
extra English course at the language academy.
yeah.
Yeah.
That used to be the same way in Korea, but these days, almost every student feels they have to do that
Mm,
because otherwise they fall behind the other students. So in
yeah.
Korea, it's extremely competitive.
Wow.
So yeah,
Must be
unbelievably.
dozens. Must be dozens
Oh
of.
yes, yes. I would say most students go to academies, and they don't just go to English. They go to English. They go to Korean, math,
Mm,
sports academies. It's a little
I
bit insane.
see.
It's a little bit crazy, to be honest. Yeah, because some of these kids are very young and they go to like 3 or 4 different academies. Um, yeah. So in Indonesia is not that bad yet.
Actually, I'm curious about Korean learners there. I want to ask
Yeah.
you, in what age they start learning English?
At what age?
Yes.
Uh, it depends. Um, Okay, they have two systems here. They have a government supported kindergarten system, and then they have a private kindergarten system, right? So in kindergarten, the students will start learning English usually. So most of the Korean kids go to kindergarten because most of the families, both parents work, right? So from pre-kindergarten and kindergarten, they'll start learning English.
Yeah.
And then you have the private, very expensive academies that they will run like a British boarding school. So the kids have the little uniforms and they pay a lot of money. So they will learn subjects in English from the age of 5. So yeah, it don't do that. I think that's a terrible idea. But yeah, the kids start very, very young here.
The
Yeah.
we start
So
some of the differences in ability almost start right away in terms of how much the students kind of attracted to the language and the different details. So for example, at my university, I'll have let's say about 20 students in my class. 16 of them, their English is not the same conversation that we're having now. Their overall ability to listen and to have the confidence to speak back, very limited. And so 4 of those students would be able to like have the confidence and listening ability to have this conversation. So from the time that they're in kindergarten all the way up to the time that they're in university, there becomes lots of different levels of when students maybe have more interest in the other subjects and they have more experiences with their family traveling. And even though they start with that base and everybody has a pretty strong early language ability, then or language teaching given to them, and then that's where it starts to kind of yeah, where you get 16 students not really using English and then 4 students. Okay, I can.
Yeah. So there's definitely a lot of opportunity in Korea for students to learn English, but surprisingly, in spite of that, Korea still scores persistently low on English ability. That's one of the mysteries. Yeah, both Korea and Japan. And most people say it's because the structure of Korean language and English is so different. So but I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's really a good excuse.
or
But
maybe because of their culture, they cannot act some vowel in the ends of their word. So it's
yes,
hard to them to speak in English.
yes, that's definitely a difficulty. But when the kids start very young, the
Ah,
the kids that go to all English kindergartens, they pick up, they have the ability to do that. It just depends on how much exposure they get.
let's see.
Yeah, but you're right. The natural language, some of the English sounds they don't have.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
And one of the best things that can be done is the reading, because even if you're just reading to yourself and listen, like later on when you have that conversation with myself or with Andre or with even with Professor Tawfiq, like you'll that if you are reading it for a long time and it's the wrong pronunciation, then you'll find out when you have that conversation. But it's my wife and it's just she read these words for a number of years and it was read with Indonesian pronunciation and then realized, oh, maybe it's said a little bit differently in British pronunciation versus American
Yes, thank you very much
pronunciation.
to the air.
Okay,
Because
guys,
I grew up with the British pronunciation too. Yeah.
okay. So the time is 10 already. So we're supposed to end the session, guys. So
Let's
express
express
our
our
thank you to Mr. Andre and Coach Rush for taking their time, talking to us, sharing what we need to do as a language learners. Yeah. And to sum up, in learning English, you should practice it. You should find friends to talk to, or you can build some vocabularies by reading articles that you like, or even listening to songs that you like. And then don't forget to produce the words on a regular basis. And then some in the past we call it pen pals. We don't have again anymore right here. Uh, find some networks or organizations that can help you to improve. And since we live in Rio Islands province, Singapore is here. If you have a passport, go there, explore the city, and find some native speakers to talk to. And that's pretty much it. Once again, let's thank Coach Rush. Yeah.
Can we get everybody to smile for a moment? I want to take a screenshot.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Rush.
Praise moment.
I should have done that. Okay, thank you. Okay, thanks again to both of you. And this is chapter chapter collaboration. This collaboration is and we look forward to another chat or to have a conversation and to share ideas for the benefit of English language learning across the globe. Thank you once again, guys. Thank you for your time and hope to see you again in the future. Bye-bye. Good morning.
Thank you very much. Thanks. It was nice meeting you guys.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye.
Morning.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much.